Part of my 50-point inspection service is just to check the lights. I noticed that the brake light is working on this side, the brake light's not working on this side. So I'm just going to show you how to replace the brake light. Well, obviously you've got to open the tailgate, and then basically we just have two screws here. Okay, two self-tapping screws with the Phillips head. Okay, we just need to loosen that up. And then once those two screws are out of the way, we can pull the bulkhead backwards. Okay, it's just basically got two ball and socket joints which clip into grommets on the side here. Okay, but once we have the unit all, it's got two star screws there as well. All right, so we just need to loosen up those two star screws there, like that, quite simply. Just to get this back cover off, and then once that's loose, you just sort of push that tabs, push the tabs back, and you take this unit off. Watch the seal. Okay, it does have a seal there, and then of course you have your normal your normal bulb. Okay, so it's a double contact. Okay, so it's your basic bayonet type double contact globe. So we'll put her in the right way, give it a twist. Okay, and then once we hook it up, let's just go here. We'll just test before we put it back. Once we hook it up, we can actually see that the globe is actually working. Okay, now that we know it's working, we can put it back in the casing, which is quite simple and straightforward. And unhook it again. So now remember, put the seal in place. Okay, so we don't have any trouble with that. And then you put your unit back in there. Just give it a push, it'll click. Alright, and then remember we have the two screws there. Okay, we have the two screws which will turn back. And that is just to keep the unit nice and secure, and also to keep that seal, so that you get no water ingress during rain and so forth. Alright, so we'll take the bulkhead, we'll put it back. Now remember, we have the two, the two things there, and then there are two grommets over here. So we'll connect it up again once more. Okay, we'll line the grommets up, push it in nicely. And now all we need to do is, we just need to put back our two screws here. Okay, to secure the bulkhead. And that is how we basically replace the bulb on these units. Okay, so you can see now that the brake lights are working. And how do I do that? I just simply have a gorilla lock here, which I use because I'm a one-man show. So now the brake lights won't work, so we need to check if the tail lights are working. So I'll just put it on full. Okay, and we'll go back, we'll see the tail lights are working, both sides. Okay, so the brake lights and the tail lights are working, that's important.